In today's video, we're going to talk about the nail industry in 2023. Where are we at? Is it good, bad, ugly, scary? We're going to do all this right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm scared of 2023 nails. Oh. How's that make you feel? Good. Let's talk about me before we get into...
So, what's different?
Let's talk about me, baby. All right. Listen to me, okay? This topic, the nail industry, I think we need to come out and say a few things, all right? Because I'm pissed off. Just kidding. I'm not pissed off. I'm not pissed off.
Oh,
I have very strong opinions. And can you believe it?
That's crazy.
But it really bothers me. I'm going to be honest, okay? I feel like the nail industry, and whether you're an enthusiast or a nail technician, a professional, this is important, okay? And maybe you guys agree with me or maybe you don't. Tracey, you might agree or not. I'm not sure. But the thing that bothers me about the nail industry is other beauty industries are always sort of looking, I don't want to say maybe down on us, right? Nails is always like, oh, your nails. Yeah. You know, whether you're doing hair or skin or makeup, nails is always like, oh, but your nails, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because here we are in 2023, and the nail industry as the whole, I feel like, is split into two different areas. On one hand, you have a lot of, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a lot of companies.
Name the people.
And the owners. And I'm not going to name any names, but I feel like there's a lot of companies that, and this affects our industry as a whole. It's just they're doing the same things that they were doing, 15, 20 years ago. And it bothers me because, we have these other beauty industries that are, always talking about nails and always kind of putting down nails. And then here we are with a lot of organizations that are not with the damn times. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And it frustrates me. On the flip side, so you've got that happening in the industry. And then on the flip side, there's the newer companies in the last, let's say 5-6 years, the small ones, but they're more current. They're connecting more with audiences. They're building communities. But maybe not enough to make like an impact for the nail industry, right? We need more. Look, I might seem like I'm bragging, but we need more companies doing what we are doing. I'm kind of half joking, half not, because it's good for the nail industry as a whole. What are we doing, Tracey? What the hell do we do in communications and customer service in communities? Like, what is it that we're doing that maybe other companies or the industry on the whole isn't?
Right. Well, I think the connection with our people,
audience, customers, yep.
and not putting up this wall of, well, you're a pro, we'll talk to you. You're not a pro,
dude,
we won't talk to you. It's like we just love all people that love nails.
Exactly.
And we're going to try our best to help you no matter what. And some may disagree with that, but let me tell you something. We have our Twitch, right? We're very connected with our followers. A lot of people on our Twitch are nail enthusiasts. How many of those people, even just in the last 6 months, have said they started nail school?
Dude, we see it on almost every stream. There's somebody that is saying, I've just started nail school, or I'm about to start in a month. It's insane.
It is insane.
Right?
Yeah. And what you were saying about the industry as a whole, the nail industry and how it's looked at, it's still on the bottom, right? It's still a bottom feeder is what I call it. It's not. But that's how
it's
perceived.
Right. That's how like hair and skin and makeup look at us.
Let me tell you, Habib, it's so much better than what it used to be when I started.
I agree with you.
I mean, we were the people Oh, you want nails? Okay, you're going to go down the basement, take a right, then head towards hell, and then take a left. And in a dark corner, we have a nail tech.
Right.
There was no such thing, really. When I started, it had just started coming out of nail only places.
Right.
So I feel like that part is better, but we're still perceived as the bottom feeders.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we shouldn't charge what other people charge for their services.
Right.
And that's what really bothers me. That bothers me a lot.
Well, you make that point all the time. You talk about how, hair can charge $500 or thousands of dollars, right? But then when we get to nail, and it's like, if you want an exceptional set of nails and it starts at 100, everybody throws a fit. Everybody throws a fit.
Do you know how much I charge when I actually go get my lashes done? How much I pay to get my lashes done?
No.
It's a minimum of $160.
Yeah, for your lashes.
For my eyelashes. Right. And people will say on our post, well, I pay that for lashes, but I wouldn't pay that for nails.
Why? You
have to fill lashes.
Right.
And everybody has those choices to make, right? You would pay that for lashes, but you won't pay that for nails. That's cool. But it's this air of like, nail tech shouldn't be charging those prices. It's just not that hard.
Right.
It's just not that hard.
It is so insanely difficult to do in a beautiful set of nails.
It
right?
is.
It is so incredibly difficult, and it takes artistry and skill. And I just feel like, it's time for our industry to just
stand up for the net tech.
Yes.
Stand up for the tech.
Stand up for the tech, even nail enthusiasts.
Yep.
All of us together, like, stop the separation between you're pro, I'm not. Dude, there's still, this blows my mind. There's still, and this is not in the States, this is in Europe. Again, I'm not going to name any names, but, organizations that are like, we refuse to deal with anybody that is not 100% professional. And
I don't understand that. And one of the reasons I don't understand that is there licensing there?
No, in Europe, there is not licensing.
So
yeah,
I know that there's courses you can take to get certified.
A week, 2 weeks.
Yeah. But nobody but the states require what we require.
That's exactly correct. So that it's an odd thing to happen. Again, this is all part of what I'm talking about, right? You have this still people talking about like this division between pro and nail enthusiasts. You have still the main form of bonding and connecting with nail techs is I'm going to go to trade shows instead of like, on these amazing platforms like Twitch or TikTok and doing lives and Instagram and all this. It's still this very old school mentality that is sticking around.
It's sticking around, but it's not. But that leaves people lacking. And let me explain. So it's still, you need to go to a trade show, right? That's still the mentality. But I have went to a trade show, won't name trade show.
Recently.
Last 2 years.
Yeah.
Last 2 years.
Right.
Now, I'm going for fun. Me and Mel hang out. We have some drinks. But there's no nails there.
Exactly.
4 to 5 nail booths. And barely any education going on. So if I was a normal nail tech going for a trade show thinking this is where I have to go to connect to nail companies,
you're going to be very disappointed.
I'm going to be disappointed, but where else can I connect with them? Because they're not connecting on the social media platforms. Right. They're not doing these other things for the gap.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's gotten a lot better. Mm-hmm. It's still in this weird like state of I feel like people that get it, companies, organizations, customers, people that follow social media. And then you have people that don't get it. I'm talking companies, organizations, even some tax, that are really, really stuck to kind of the old ways. And I feel in order to get the industry, the nail industry, our industry that I'm so proud of, and Tracy is, and Greg and all of us, pushing forward, is we've got to get with the times. And so what do I mean by that? Like, get with the times. Communicate in a modern way, Also, we have to, so communicate in a modern way being putting out content, building communities, connecting with customers, how companies do it today in a modern way, which is you're going to get DMs, you're going to get emails, through our texting platform. This is how people communicate today. So this is how we communicate. It's not, we also have the phone, but our primary way of communicating is through these live platforms and putting ourselves out there in accessible manner, number one. Yeah. And number two, we have to start dropping this idea, Tracy, of there's a tech and there's a pro, and then there's a big wall, and then there's your amateur or your nail enthusiast, and everybody should be using different products and nobody should have access. I don't think that's realistic today. Amazon has changed that.
Yep.
If you want to watch, you should watch the episode that we've done on Amazon, and it'll explain to you why we've gone on Amazon. We had to go on Amazon, but in total, the nail industry and a lot of beauty, it's one of the few industries, really nails specifically, where there's always been this hard division of like, I don't want any consumer using the products that I use. And it's a hard line. But why is it okay in every other industry around the world? Not only that, it has not affected the business of professionals. I'm talking restaurants. I'm talking contractors. They shop at all the same places. They get access to the same products, same tools, materials, information. It hasn't affected. I'm still going to go to a restaurant. My wife is still going to go to a salon, regardless of all the information that's out there. Like, we need to just kind of get with the times, I feel like, overall.
And I have to say, if someone wants to be an enthusiast and start charging people,
that's not okay.
That's not okay.
Right.
It's not okay, but they've always been out there.
Right.
They've always found the product. They've always found ways to do it. I don't recommend it because you can actually cost yourself, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know this. If you're discovered that you're charging for nails and doing nails not the legal proper way, it can block you from ever getting your license.
Exactly.
Which nobody wants. But there's always been enthusiasts. And if a person's going to do things improperly, they're probably going to find a way to do it no matter what.
Right.
So,
exactly. Whether you like it or not, they're going to figure out a way. So,
but does it hurt the nail industry? No, I've never been fearful of the self-doer, the DIYer. I've never worried about it at all because there was always places they could go or people would buy it for them, whatever. And it's just like, they're not my competition.
Yeah.
I don't even consider other nail techs my competition.
Right.
There's so many clients out there in the world. And exactly what you're saying, your wife's never going to not go to the salon. I go to the salon to get my toes done. Exactly. I can do it myself and I'm not going to.
Exactly.
So, it's sometimes, and this probably get tore up a little bit for this, but sometimes it's because we don't want to look at ourselves in the mirror and go, why am I not building a clientele? Right. What's going on here?
Right.
And so it's easier to blame the person, the enthusiast.
Well, like I always bring up this example, but let me put it in a different light. What if you went to a restaurant and you walk in and it's not busy? Okay. And the head chef walks up to you, right? Oh my God, thank you for coming. And if you said to him, has lunchtime passed, or where are all the customers?
Did I just hit it right?
Right, exactly. And what if the chef said to you, oh, well, there's this new cookbook that came out and it has a lot of my recipes, and so everybody's cooking at home and they don't want to come to my restaurant. What if would you look?
It's ridiculous.
Everybody that's watching this right now and that just heard that.
Yeah.
Would you look at that chef and go, this dude has some issues? Like, that's the craziest thing I heard.
Yeah, because That's not it. That's not why.
But in the same way, you know, it's very, very, very similar. Like if you go to a salon and they're not busy and the text says, oh, well, there's products out there and people, you know, watch instructionals on YouTube and so they're doing their own nails and that's why I'm not busy. It's the same thing. It's just not true.
It is.
You know, there will always be a market for salons. I don't care if there's robots or anything. It doesn't matter. There will, because that personal touch, that 1 hour of chill, the conversation, the connection that you make with your nail tech, or, you know, it's the same. It's
the confidence you're going to get it right.
The 100% confidence it's going to get done at that pro level. Just like when I go to a restaurant, I want it done. You know, I don't want to cook my 50% decent steak. I want to go somewhere and know that it's like 100% going to be amazing.
And I don't have to do it.
Yep. Exactly. And overall, I just think that, you know, these things we've got to move on from as a nail industry to better the industry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And let's make information more available to people. Let's put out more content. I think these things, not worrying about, you know, being positive with nail enthusiasts, because in the end, there's so many of them that are going to get inspired and become professionals too. That's how it starts. We have to get behind all of those things and stop, you know, the complaining and the hate, you know, on the nail industry, because it doesn't do us any good, and it's frustrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is frustrating. We hear it all the time, and it's just like, oh, can't we move on?
Yes, we need to move on. It's 2023, and let us know in the comments below, what is your take on the state of the nail industry in 2023? What are you seeing? We want to know. We want to read your ideas on this. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Biz Talk.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe channel now. Sub and subscribe channel